Hello everybody and welcome back for more Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. In the last episode, we started the goddamn Great Bay Temple, and in this episode, we're gonna go and try to see if we can finish it. So this is where I actually buy the yellow choo-choo, since I just forgot to do so, and so I did for this recording. Even though I already talked about it, and it feels pretty pointless in this regard, so... Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and finish this up, and I know, like, you know... I mean, I didn't want to make up multiple parts of these here because you know, we're just doing the last finishing touches before we get to the boss of this temple, and because of that, you know, just all that and combined with the boss itself, and it's because of that, it's you can see it's almost a half-hour long for what's shown here. So yeah, that's the reason. I think I did record did 2 separate recordings for this one, but the other one was probably too short though, so I basically just combined it to one. I think that's what I did though, but I can't exactly remember because I haven't really. Well, I've already recorded this like weeks ago, or at least it feels like weeks ago. But yeah, it's become like a half-hour long. And oh man, what a coincidence, right? You remember back when I did my Let's Play of Ocarina of Time, and like I did I only did 2 videos for the Water Temple, and the second part of it was 30 minutes long. You remember that? You guys remember that? Well, I mean, if you've already seen my Let's Play. Well, guess what? It's, you know, considering this is the Termina equivalent of the Water Temple, the Great Bay Temple, and you see that I'm recording the second part that's also 30 minutes long, then yeah, it is a coincidence, right? But anyway, so yeah, I guess it was kind of inevitable, and, you know, just wait. Like, once I eventually do get to Twilight Princess, and when we get to the Lake Bed Temple, like, oh, I'm pretty sure, I'm calling it right now, that, you know, since I'll be doing the dungeons into 2 separate parts, and the second part is going to be 30 minutes long, I'm sure you guys are probably going to see that, but, you know, that'll also be, like, you know, I mean, I don't know, God knows how many years from now, until I get to Twilight Princess, and you'll probably see for yourselves. So, yeah. Oh, God, fuck this dungeon. Anyways, yeah, I have my water me on standby though, cause you know, I want to make sure my voice doesn't get hoarse. I mean, I'm actually doing good on commentary so far though, but it's like you know, my voice is kind of a little scratchy right now, so I better have some water on standby. And yeah, sorry for that jump cut. That was just right there because I sort of fucked up when I was trying to hop off those icy platforms. Because yeah, it's basically what those ice arrows entail is that you use those to create some platforms just by shooting them on the water. As long as it'll be able to land directly on the water and not the wall itself, and then you can create those platforms to hop across. The only thing you gotta watch out for though is the ice physics, and then you can also use that to freeze the enemies. So yes, therefore, they actually made the ice arrows a lot more useful this time around. Unlike in Ocarina of Time, where like the ice arrows were there, but they became completely useless. And fun fact, the ice arrows were originally going to have a use in that game, or at least in the beta versions. And I think there was supposed to be like some kind of an ice temple. Yeah, there was supposed to be an ice temple, which would actually be the reason why that that in Ganon's castle, when you get to the water area where you you know, to dispel the water barrier, and so they actually have the and they actually have like it's all ice themed, and so that's because, you know, it's just a beta or beta elements from the ice temple that was left over into the final version of the game. Same thing with the forest temple. Like originally was going to be a wind temple. And so when you get to the forest rooms to get rid of the forest barrier, then they have those leftover elements of the wind temple from those beta versions. So yeah, because of that, the ice arrows were probably going to have use, but since they scrapped that altogether, then you know, they still let the ice arrows intact, but they became relatively useless. And the only things you ever do is just freeze enemies in your tracks, or you know, I guess you can still be able to create ice platforms, I'm pretty sure, but... Oh, yeah, you're going to be seeing this a lot because I came across the wall, and the game just basically you know, locks me in. But yeah, that's what it was, though. But now, in this game, they actually gave the ice arrows... They made the ice arrows much more useful. And same thing with the fire arrows as well. So that's definitely a plus here. So there we go. I guess they basically just, you know... took those elements, and I guess they might have poured them over to, over to Majora's Mask. So that could be. That's my kind of philosophy here, at least. And nothing else I want to talk about. I also do once again apologize for the delay once more because you know, once again work was kicking my ass and I had these long ass college projects or these a couple of assignments that I had to do, and you know, in addition to how long they were, I wasn't able. Well, I was actually still able to get those done though, but they still took a while for me though because those mass amounts of work hours that they keep on giving me, and it felt a little slow as a result. But I was able to get those done. But it was actually like on the that one the day before the due date for those assignments. So yeah, it was a pretty close one. But yeah, once again they're kind of long, and it feels like, you know, it is a little more challenging the closer. Well, as I continue on with the terms as well, because like I had to go through making these 30, or well, I basically had to do like 30 sketches of different logos for the vector illustration class I was doing. So that was why. Oh, hello, we meet again. Yes, remember this guy, this gecko from the Woodfall Temple, and he's back with a vengeance. And so hey, yeah, same kind of bio. I didn't really need to do that again. And he's here with a new kind of a battle strategy here. So you see all these bubbles? They kind of look like snot bubbles. That's gross, and he's swimming inside of it. That's also gross. Ew. But anyways, so basically what the strategy is that he'll hop into one of those bubbles here, and then what you gotta do is that, well, first of all, you want to avoid them. And then he'll go inside that one as they form, and then form into one big bubble. And he'll just go and hop on the ceiling. And then when that happens, he'll try to drop down on you, and he'll just splatter with a good enough range, and he'll trap you inside, and then he'll go and beat the ever-living shit out of you in a rather JoJo-esque kind of style. But yeah, what you gotta do is that once he's up there, then you just freeze with your ice arrows, and then he'll come crashing down, and then they'll split apart. And they'll start hopping around, and then that would be a chance to take a slash from the sword. And I got caught in. So yeah, you see how I was beating the shit out of me with all these JoJo style attacks. Yep. There we go. So yeah, that's what it does. So you want to be careful with that though, and you know, the minute you just go step right into it, like it'll just immediately draw you in. So gotta watch out for that. By the way, folks, there's one little important thing that to keep in mind. Well, after you defeat the gecko, so yeah, I defeated him just now, and so so we got this frog right here, and so you've probably been seeing all the other frogs. What we're gonna do is go ahead and whip out the Donjuro mask, and so just go ahead and talk to that frog right over this way. So yeah, look on here, and then talk to him here. Ah, Donjuro, it has been so long. What has brought you all this way? Could it be? Has spring finally come to the mountains? That look, it is true. Winter was so long that I began to lose all hope. I understand. I shall head for the mountains immediately. Alright, so what you have to do is that, so this is actually all part of this long, tedious side quest. So the Donjuro side quest. We've seen them over the mountain area. And what I did when I first started this, the new cycle here, is that I went ahead and went over to the mountain village, or actually to the, back to the Snowhead Temple. And I defeated Goat once again, and so that way there I went ahead and changed the whole seasons back to spring, so that way there I can be able to talk to the frog for the Donjuro side quest. So that's actually the one thing you want to do. And actually, you know, if you already had the Donjuro mask, then you want to make sure you do that first. And then since you'll be going to the before going to the Great Bay Temple, and since you'll be seeing that frog, that's just one of the locations for the frog itself. And then the other frog that we did see in the Woodfall Temple, after defeating the gecko, is that you know, we weren't able to interact with him because we didn't have the Donjuro mask at the time. But now that we do, though, after this dungeon's done, then we're gonna have to go back over there and talk to the frog again to deal with that side quest. They're in different locations though. There's a couple of them that's out in the overworld, and then 2 of them in in their own respective dungeons. So that's why, you know, I actually went ahead and defeated Goat again, and that way there I can just you know, just be able to talk to the frog and bring him back over to the mountains. Basically, you know, just kill 2 birds with 1 stone, because honest to God, I do not want to go back to that goddamn place or this one here. I know we're gonna have to go back to the Woodfall Temple, but I mean, you know, it's not. I mean, the Woodfall Temple actually isn't that bad though, just as long as you know where it is, and it shouldn't really take too long though. But I had to get this one out of the way, because, you know, God knows I don't even want to go back in here. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and change the water wheel back to the over to the opposite direction, so that way there we can get to the opposite rooms and well, just to change the flow of the water, the currents, and then we'll just get to the other rooms. And let me go ahead and drink my water again. Anyways, so yeah, that's out of the way, and then that should change the water flow. So, and yeah, I guess there's not much else to say. So, how have you guys been doing? I mean, you know, hope things are going well for you guys. By the time this I'm commentating over this and this is uploaded, that's the day that the election's coming up. So, you know, at the time of this recording, if hope you guys have already cast your votes, and you know, just make sure you study study very well on the presidents to vote for, and just go and vote because you know, this is a very important election, and you just want to make sure to you know, just make sure you're all registered to vote and everything. I hope you guys are. So just go ahead and cast your vote. Well, mainly to those of you guys who are watching this and living in America. I'm not talking to any of the viewers, any of the other viewers who are in other countries outside America, but you know. But yeah, those are my my viewers living in America. You know, if you know, if you're already registered to vote, and you know, just make sure you guys have already voted, because I hope you guys did, because it's, like I said, it's a rather important election. So, and that's all the political talk I had to say here. So, I mean, I try my very best not to add any kind of politics into my channel, because, like, you know, I just don't really like talking about them, to be honest with you guys. So, I mean, I just intentionally just not implement it there. I just like this whole thing to be all, you know, entertaining and just, you know, just be basically like some sort of a comedy kind of commentary, and also being informative at the same time. So. So I try my very best not to incorporate any politics into here, because I, you know, honestly just don't like talking about them. But you know, only gonna say that it's just a very few times though. Once again, I did another jump cut here because again I fucked up. Oh, you know, I also gotta say this is the room. So I remember like how much of a struggle I was having in the last episode. Well, this is the room right here that gave me the most shit. So, like, I try my very best to aim right at the water on these ice arrows, or using the ice arrows to create those ice platforms, and I try to make it, you know, make sure it's at point blank range, and you know, it actually still managed to hit the wall, and I wasn't able to get across, and I made so many attempts at this. In fact, I actually made so many recording attempts because of it, because you know, it was already wasting so much time because of it, and so it got to the point where I had to create those save states here. And I also got to where that, you know, this is actually one of those methods that I would recommend you do, is that you turn to Deku Link and then to skip across the water surface to get to those platforms. It's great that one platform is over there, you wouldn't have to waste too much of your magic, because just like with the other, just like the fire arrows or any of the elemental arrows for that matter, it does drain your magic. So so try not to waste your magic too much on the ice arrows. But I spent so much time on this goddamn room because you know, I was trying to create those platforms, but these arrows just keep on shooting the platform, and I did not want to do that to get across, and I had to speed this up here because, you know, I kind of want to preserve some time. So, you know, because of that, they actually managed to waste some of the time of the cycle, even though I still have plenty of time anyway, though. But I feel like I didn't want to just waste too much of it, though, because, you know. So yeah, this one really gave me the most shit because of it, and you know, I had to make so many attempts because of it, and at that point, I felt so fucking done with the whole thing, and so so I had to just, you know, just go ahead and go over that method with the Deku Link, and I had to go ahead and drink that green potion. It's a good thing I have a green potion here, because I quite nearly just wasted my magic. Just by constantly using the ice arrows to just get across that platform. And so yeah, this is actually one of the most pain in the ass things about using the ice arrows is that, you know, is that it can be very picky, because you've really been meant to shoot in the water, only for the arrow to just go directly over to the wall of the platform and not create any ice arrows whatsoever. And it really got me so agitated because of it. So yeah, that's kind of where, you know, I was just so done. I felt so sick of having to deal with all that, so I had to So I had to make like several attempts of it, and then finally I just went for that method. So yeah, so those were just it really was not an enjoyable experience. So yeah, in addition to how absolutely suckish that this temple is, I can't even come. I'm so mad at this dungeon that I can't even come up with any proper words to say it. So I'm just gonna call it suckish. Kind of sound like a bit of a kind of a British slang or something. I mean, it sounds British to me, even though I'm pretty sure that's probably not what they be saying there. But anyway, but yeah, that really just made me so irritated at the whole thing, and I just want to be done with it altogether. But I do believe that well, okay, I really wish I could say we're almost done with this dungeon, but not quite yet, though. Not even close, unfortunately, because there's the last couple of rooms we have to. Well, I think yeah, just the last couple of rooms, and then which are kind of which seem pretty much puzzle based, especially when I'm going after the stray fairies. And then there should be just one more room before we get to the boss, and then we'll finally be done with this goddamn dungeon. Because holy shit, folks, this fucking dungeon, I swear to God, it's God. And you know, again, this won't be the last time that we'll be seeing these kind of water-based dungeons, because you know, again, there's the aforementioned lake bed temple, which I still remember being a bit of a pain in the ass as well. But you'll see that, you know, when I eventually do get to my Let's Play of Twilight Princess, you know, God knows how long from now. And, what else? I don't think Skyward Sword has any kind of particular... Well, I guess you could argue that the, Ancient Cistern has the, well, it has, like, these water elements, but, like, it's not really too much of it, though, so it's actually not too bad, though. It actually has such a damn good boss, though, as far as I remember. I absolutely love that boss fight, Koloktos. If you guys remember him, yeah, it was such an enjoyable boss fight. It really was one of the best out there. Like even those people who didn't really like Skyward Sword all that much, or might just outright absolutely despise it, though, I'm pretty sure they would also agree that that was such a damn good boss fight, and even I would agree as well. It really was very much enjoyable when I well, you know, just first playing in the couple of the playthroughs. Alright, and so now we're at the dawn of the second day. Yeah, I'm actually kind of glad that they, you know, just didn't quite transition. Like, it'll just show right there while you're still going through the dungeon, like just during the gameplay. I need to get my water again. It's kind of a drag that these stray fairies are kind of more spread out in some of the rooms in this dungeon. And I guess kind of the same thing with the next dungeon, though. Although I will say, like, you know, as challenging as the next dungeon is, I am very much looking forward to it, because I actually really do love the next dungeon that we're going to. But you know, more on that one once we actually do. And now, as soon as you enter this room, you want to make sure that you want to go to this water first, or there's the other one, and alternatively, if you want to, because there's that stray fairy that's inside that barrel. So yeah, you want to make sure to just jump down there first before you do anything in this room, because this next puzzle will also involve having to shoot the ice arrows up on those on the water drains in the ceiling, where you just see up there, and then to actually melt the ice out, then you know, just use the fire arrows. As a matter of fact, yeah, I hope you have green potions with you, or just make sure you stock up on... Oh, you know what, that's right, actually, I didn't use the green potion for this recording. I was actually thinking of the other recording when I was stuck in that one goddamn room that was struggling so much with, that I actually did use a green potion on one of my recordings, but I stopped there and then restarted the save point, and so I still haven't used that other green potion. I think I do end up using it when we get to the boss, because then that's when I actually use my magic meter quite a lot, and there weren't any magic jars at all, unfortunately. So yeah, bit of fair warning, though. Once you get to the boss, there will be no pots to break, and therefore, well, is there? Well, I mean, maybe there is, though, but even if there was, though, there were no magic jars whatsoever. So yeah, I would definitely recommend they have a bottle of green potion with you, because trust me, folks, you are definitely going to need it for this one. And I cannot stress that enough. You are definitely going to need that for this dungeon, especially for the boss. And, yeah, I guess there's not much else to say about it, though, so, I feel sleepy all of a sudden. Because, like, you know, I mean, I kind of got up a little bit early just to, just so that way there I could actually be able to take those classes. Because, well, I only had one class today though, because the other class I usually go for today, there was going to be no in-person class for this one because the professor had something to do, and so he couldn't go in. So I only had that one class, and then after that, then I was just then I was done afterwards. So. Yeah, because of that, I kind of do feel a little sleepy though, because I had to wake up just a little bit early. Well, not too early though, but just a little bit though. And part of it is also because, you know, it was actually after, it was after when, you know, since we just recently had to go back to the regular standard time. In my case, it's the Eastern Standard Time because I live in the East Coast, so So yeah, right now, by the time I'm commentating this, it's already 3:20 p.m. right now, and so I'm pretty sure, you know, because of that, then, you know, those of you living in the other time zones, like the other times before that. So so yeah, ever since time changed, like you know, since we went back to the standard times, and so therefore, like, we actually like, you know, go for an hour. And so I was able to get another hour of sleep, but, you know, sometimes actually I still feel a little sleepy though. I guess because, you know, I guess I was just, you know, staying in bed a little longer and sleeping longer too, because, you know, just getting an extra hour of sleep. Which, I mean, you know, don't get me wrong though, it's actually fine by me though, because you know, I just like having the extra hour of sleep. And you know, it actually feels great though, because this is my personal opinion, but I have always preferred the standard times compared to daylight savings time, because, you know, I hate daylight savings time. I really do, especially when, you know, when we first transition to it though, because we actually lose an hour's sleep. Or do we? Oh yeah. I was thinking like a spring forward fallback, because you know, we actually lose an hour's sleep in daylight savings time, and so because of that, then, you know, actually it would just make me feel even more tired. And not only that though, but like, it really does feel like it overstays its welcome compared to the other times, because like because, you know, because honestly though, like, this is just me though, but I always like when it gets darker a little early. I just like seeing some early sunsets, because it always just feels pretty because of it. But, you know, but yeah, just transition to daylight savings time, like, I've always hated that. And so because of that, it did leave a bad taste in my mouth for that kind of time zone. But it actually does feel a lot longer. It actually drags longer too. It really does overstay its welcome when you think about it. And yeah, I also did yet another jump cut, because I struggled quite a bit trying to find the right spot to get to that stray fairy, because like, you know, I was trying to make sure I land on it, but for some reason Link wasn't really landing properly, and he keeps going on the trail from the pipe. And it's like, it's almost like the game is just overtaking my kind of controls, because I was trying to make sure he lands on it, but then Link only just wants to trail out for the pipe itself, and not where I want him to. So I struggled a bit there before I finally got to the stray fairy, just to aim for it there, because I need to make some perfect aiming. But yeah, that's the reason why, you know, daylight savings time just kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. So I never liked it, in addition to just being like way too long before we got to the standard time. So so yeah, I actually do prefer the standard time zone because of it. Except those of you guys who are living in Arizona, which I say, you lucky bastards. But anyway. Anyway, so guess what, folks? We're done with the subject here. All that's left is the boss. Yeah, we got the boss that's left. Yes, we're almost done. We're done with this goddamn dungeon. I just want to be done with it. Just go home. Oh, I was wrong there. I didn't even notice there were the jars, the magic jars right there on the Anorta. Okay, well, that's good at least. I guess I didn't need the green potion after all. All right, folks, this is the boss of the Great Bay Temple, Gargantuan Max Fish, Gyorg. That's kind of a weird name, Gyorg? Or was it George or Gyorg? Ah, whatever the hell. So I'm just gonna call it Gyorg. If you go near now, you'll be eaten. Aim rather than from afar to weaken it. Yeah, my rating is actually bad here, so. Anyway, so yeah, so here we have a Gyorg. Where's it Gyorg? Or with the GB being silent. I think that's probably what it is. So yeah, as a matter of fact, I think it is pronounced Gyorg. So yeah, I think I'm starting to realize that I do believe the G is supposed to be silent in the name. So yeah, so that's how it's supposed to be pronounced. So Anyway, so here's what you gotta do. So, there's actually a couple ways to, or methods to fight Gyorg. But, this is actually the one method you have to do. It's actually the best method to go for. So what you have to do is that as regular Link, you have to shoot at him with the arrows while he's underwater. And then that's when he gets stunned. And so while he's stunned, go ahead and switch back over to Zora Link. And then while he's down there stunned, you can just go ahead and jump in the water. And then all you gotta do is just use the electrical barriers to rain right into him, and then deal some damage onto him. And then it takes like much more powerful hits. It actually takes longer to just hit some of the arrows or just use other attacks, but use an electrical barrier. It deals much more damage than the other ones. And so that's all you have to do, just repeat the process. You want to make sure not to stay in the water too long though, because he's kind of he's very much resistant though, and he'll try to go after your ass and eat you, and you'll take quite a bit of damage from that too. And in this kind of phase, they'll spit out these little mini Gyorgs that'll try to go after you as well. You can defeat them if you want to, but you know, or just try to avoid them as much as you can. Okay, so I was actually wrong. There were jars there that you want to pick up, or just smash and get more arrows and no hearts for some reason. So yeah, this game won't give me hearts, but the other magic jars are underwater as well, so you wanna get those if you want to. The one thing Gyorg's gonna do is that he's gonna try to leap out of the water and attack you like that while you're on the platform. So he'll just swim around and then he'll start charging or get himself ready for charging, and then he'll try to leap out of the water and then try to eat you as well. So you want to make sure to hurry and stun him with the arrows before he has a chance. So it's basically what the whole thing entails. You know, just repeat the whole process. Just some of the arrows first, and then hit him with the electrical barrier as Zora Link. And once again, just like with the other bosses in the 3DS version, the strategy is different. I think I can't exactly remember though, but I think for the first phase, you stun him, and then you just then the eyeball pops out of his mouth, and yeah, that's somehow where the eyeball is located. And then you just hit him with the eyeball. Now he actually does change his strategy. Like actually, he does get his second phase. Is that you know, for the second phase, he actually pounces off the platform, and then he'll sink it down, and then he'll try to suck you in as well. So you want to cut off those mines that you see around there, and then and he'll just suck them in, and then it'll explode, and then that's how you defeat the rest of the way. For my best kind of description though, I can't exactly remember how it goes though. So, but yeah, I know how different it is. But anyways, with that, Gyorg has been defeated, and let's grab the heart container, and therefore we are finally done with this dungeon. Ugh, fuck this place. I want to get out of here. I want to go home. Well, I mean, we're not done yet though. You see Gyorg's remains. You have just freed the innocent spirit that the dark mask had kept imprisoned within the body of evil Gyorg. Alright, so 3 masks down and just 1 more to go. So, yep, we're just about almost done here. So with all that taken care of, and back in this waterfall area that's totally not like Chamber of Sages, and we just free the third of the 4 giants. So let's see what he's got here. Hey, listen! We want you to lend us your power. Oh, don't be like the other fairy. If you just leave things as they are, something terrible will happen to this world. Surely you're the only ones who can stop it. That's what Tail was trying to tell us. Yeah, just prevent that moon from falling. Help our friend. That's a slow-ass dialogue box here. I get it. We had to help that last one. Then promise us this. You'll cooperate with us. So, yeah, that's all we gotta do. So, just one more giant that we have to save here. And, oh, hey there, Turtle Club. Turtle?
Now I can continue resting in peace. I too must abide the laws of ancient times and again merely watch my deep slumber. But the evil that haunts this land has not completely vanished, Link. I shall depart after enjoying Lulu's voice a bit longer. I think the gods can permit that.
Yeah, I got a creepy laugh, and I'm just gonna go walk away from you now. Anyway, we did it! We finally did it! Give me applause! We're done with the Great Bay Temple! We're finally done! Fuck this place! I don't want to ever go back to it again! I don't want to! Well, I mean, if we go back to it, then, let's go straight to the boss, but yes! We're done! No more Great Bay Temple! Anyways, next time on Let's Play Majora's Mask, we are going to do a few more side quests we gotta do before we start the next cycle. And yeah, that's about it. So I will see you guys next time.